Okay. All right. So now I'm recording and I should be live streaming at the same time. Okay. Yes, recording is taking place. Great. Okay. Nope, I don't need that. All right, we're back. Hello. How you doing, guys? I'm back on the screen. I was doing some things. Let me see. Fatima, really good. I made exact near perfect trade. That's great, Fatima. It's wonderful to hear. Samira made a ton today. When is the Mass Effect moving average? Okay, Fatima, I can't answer that question. There is so much going on with the Mass Effect moving average. I have to strip it down and recode several things because there are things that it will be doing in the future and I need to prepare for them now. So in the meantime, if you want to be using something, what you can simply do is use one of my other strategies, which is the 1028 crossover, right? You could simply take two EMAs, right? Moving average exponential. Click it twice, put it on your chart, make one of them a 10, right? We'll call this the fast one. This is going to be green. And make the other one 28, okay? Now 28 as the high number. Don't go to 30. You can go down to 25. It's fine. And I'm going to make this the red one, okay? And you can use the crossover strategy that is indicated by this, right? 1028. The 10 would be the green one. The 28 would be the fast one. So you'll know, if you're in an uptrend or a downtrend automatically, all right? Let me see here. Where's price? And you can see they cross over and you have a downtrend. Then you just need to wait for the algo and volume to tell you, what you should be doing, right? But I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm not going to be using that strategy. I'm going to be using something else. It's nice because, for example, for an uptrend, you see the crossover takes place here, but the algo, it's already telling you it took place here, a couple of bars back. But just because you get this yellow section doesn't mean you enter automatically. You need to wait for something to happen here to get an actual uptrend, all right? We'll be going over that in today's video. So let me get rid of these. I don't need them. You guys will need them. And of course, I will be using the Mass Effects moving average on a 5-minute chart. Let me do some setups here. It's nice that I stopped in early. Nice that you guys are here. Thanks for coming through. Trendline width 2. Okay, history bars backs 50. That's great. Dynamic trend. Nope, not that one. Sorry. Stop loss. There we go. I'll be getting to your comments in just a minute, guys. Just give me a minute to finish that up. And meanwhile, feel free to have a conversation with yourselves. It's all right. Talk to each other, meet each other. It's great. There we go. Okay. There you go. All right. So something interesting has happened with the Mass Effects moving average recently. Let me see. The last time that it's showing me right now is December 2nd. That's where we're starting from, December 2nd. Cool thing with the Mass Effects moving average is that I've done some recalculation in it. And I know you guys are really itching to get it, but I want you to understand what's happening here. Turn this off. Now, these order block areas, okay? These order block areas is really cool. These order block areas start showing up on their own, right? It just paints these for you. And it's basically saying, hey, price is going to come back to this area because there's all of this stuff left over. There's orders here. People ended up putting in some long positions like they saw. This is how this works, right? And this is how market structure works. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, right? You see that? It's a higher high, a higher low, higher high, then you get a lower low, okay? Then things reset, but they don't fall down. So that means at this point, down here, there's short orders. People tried to enter short and they lost. So there's orders left here. Then the market starts moving the other way. And people see this big move here and they figure, oh, I'm going to find my swing low, right? This is trading in a way that you can do better than the average trader. Okay, the average trader would see this red bar, then he would see a small one, bigger one, bigger one, bigger one, and they'd be like, yes, I broke above this high. They would enter long, and they would find their swing low, right? Here's the swing low. And the average idiot on YouTube says 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2. Let's go 1 to 1.5. What do you get? Nothing. You get stopped out. So all these people left their orders up here to close their long positions, and all those orders are left there. So above this green bar that shows up, the Mass Effect moving average paints this on its own. And it's basically saying, hey, above here and inside here is a bunch of orders. This is liquidity. When price reaches this area, it's going to go zoop, and it will probably do this. I'm going to draw this here, okay? It's going to get from here to like here easily, and then all the way up to here, right? So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to put, I told you so. All right? How about that? We'll put that there. Let's see if it stays in one place. No, it doesn't stay in one place. Right? Price is going to end up moving back to that position. We'll drag this over at some point. So, not really started yet. We still got 1 more minute, but I am recording. That's fine. I'm going to get to your window of chats in just a minute. All right. I just want to make sure I'm all set up for today's whole business. I didn't want to try and, just start the stream and I'm all ready to go, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm very transparent with you. Okay. Very humble. I don't want you guys to think that I just, hey, Matt, nice to see you. I'm glad that you're here. It's always nice to have you. I don't want you guys to think that I like set up things ahead of time. I literally did this. Some of you weren't here yet. I did this. You can't see any, price action on my chart. And all I did was I kept moving backwards. I just kept moving backwards until I couldn't see price anymore, right? And I just picked a place, and that's it. So, oh, look at that. There's something here, huh? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, so price is moving up, and people lost here. They lost their orders, and there's all this activity. There's all these orders in this area. And this is an area of liquidity. The market needs to come back and cover that area. It needs to come up from here and take all this liquidity out. So at some point, you would be able to literally put an order in, like if you get above this level, let's say, like here, set your swing low down here, you would be able to make a move that is 0.62, which is pretty decent. It's 200 pips, 200 pips, okay? 200 pips, that's a lot of money, okay, on US 30. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is, all right? So I'm going to say, I don't know, we'll call this here. There. I'm going to leave that there. And I'll call it let's end it. Okay? And you can see it's over there, right? Deal. Now, so it's 11 o'clock. It's 11:01. I think we can get started now, right? Now, this is just me replaying how I would trade certain things using my setups. First thing I do want to cover is I want to cover some info real quick. I want to read your chat messages. I want to look at the chart and try and answer your questions real quick, all right? And at the same time, yes, I am going to be eating my lunch in the background. Hope everyone has their cup of tea. Let me scroll back just a second just to see your messages. Want to make sure I cover everybody. Let's see. And by the way, should I be playing music in the background? Like, would you guys like that? I could put music in the background. That'd be cool. If you want it, just say yes. Leave it in the chat room. You want music, I'll be putting it on, but it's going to be my kind of music, just letting you know. Samira, glad to have you. Fatima, yeah, okay. Zach, yes, I would like to see that Mass Effect. That looks super powerful. Yes, it is very powerful. It's tremendous. It has some very custom code, Zach. The Mass Effect moving average has some very customized code. There's even a stochastic indicator that I created, and I embedded the code inside the Mass Effect moving average. And it is what gives the background its color, which tells me what the market is doing. And that ends up looking like this trend background. So now you could see when you are looking for shorts, when you are looking for long positions, right? And that's what that's doing. And I think I have it set wrong right now for a 5-minute chart. I'm on a 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, that's just wrong. That's wrong. There you go. There. Now it's set correctly for a 5-minute chart. And as you can see what it does, you see the price is kind of moving up a little bit. Let me shrink this down. You see price is moving up, but the background is red. So the only thing I should be looking for are shorts. I should be looking for those short positions here. But then what do you call it? It changes to green. So now I should only be looking for long positions. Here is my stop loss trend line that I created. My price gets above it. And what I'm looking for is like when things get really, really close to it. So let me put this other indicator on here. Yeah, I don't like the way this painting is in EMA. I'm already using a 20, so I can't use a 20. I'm going to go for a 7 period. I've got to switch up. Come on, refresh. Let's go. Do the thing. There you go. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. And then, yep. Okay. So, all right, let me cover a couple of questions for you guys. I don't necessarily need that EMA. I'm going to do this with one moving average. Now, let's really get some serious stuff, right? Let me see. Mass Effect moving average, Zach. So yeah, Zach, the Mass Effect moving average is very powerful. Hey Eric, I see you and hear you fine. Thank you, Tony. Thanks for coming through. I've been getting your messages on WhatsApp. That's nice. Jonathan, I know I'm having problems picking. I hope you guys don't mind if I read your questions out loud. If they're personal, then don't put them in there. But I will be reading your messages out loud. Haha. I know I'm having problems picking the right breaking candle over the plus or minus 10. Sometimes it's just barely and it works. Other times, a full break followed by another that closes. Okay, so Jonathan, let me cover that real quick for you, right? Let's drop this down. When should you go for breaks above 10? And when should you go for breaks below 10? Okay. So before we actually get started with the trades, I'm going to show you like what I'm looking for. This is what I look for. So I have mine set up this way, right? A lot of things are stripped down. My RSI and its moving average, they cross over down here, way down here. Okay. You see this? Here's the crossover. I'm not going to wait for a break of the plus 10. I'm waiting for the moving average to change to green. This is where I want to catch this when it's breaking the 50, okay? Now, there's something very important that you need to know. You cannot have the RSI moving average and the RSI in the same zone as each other at the same time. They have to be in separate zones, okay? So you see the RSI and the moving average, they cross over here. They're inside this zone. This is a zone, a key level, right? You've got key levels. You've got the 0, 10, 20, 30. This is a zone, 20 to 30. This is a zone, right? 10 to 20. This is a zone, right? 0 to 10. And then the minus zones, right? These are each zones. If your RSI and its moving average are in the same place, same zone at the same time, that's no good. You need the RSI moving up in the next zone from the moving average, okay? Also, the moving average cannot be below 10 or above 10. So your moving average has to be inside here. And wherever it is, the RSI has to be in the next level, wherever that is, okay? The RSI has to be in the next level. So I know that sounds confusing. I will supply you guys with the video, so you'll be able to look at that and just kind of study it. But you'll understand as things go on, okay? It's a lot to absorb. I get it. Don't worry about it. So just understand that you need the RSI and the moving average to be one zone apart, not two zones apart. Here, RSI is up here in the plus zone. The moving average is down here. It's below the minus 10. Now it's above minus 10. So the RSI is the moving average is in this zone, but the RSI is in this zone, this is where your move is, right here. These two candles, this is where you get in for your trade, right there, right? And it happens somewhere in between. And you know me, I use my RSI formula for when that happens and I catch my move, right? Let's see. RSI formula, I'll just try it real quick right in front of you guys here. We catch it here. There's the entry, okay? Here's my swing low right there. RSI formula says 1 to 2.07, right? And since I'm range trading, I'm inside the range, I'm not above. I have to go 1 to 2.07, so 1 to 1.07. 1.07. I can't get that. 1.06. Okay? That's the top of the move. That's it. That's the end of the move. It's a real small move. Now, but of course, that's not the actual place you're supposed to be doing an uptrend because the background is still red. Anyway. So let me get back to your questions here. Zach, that's, I'm sorry, Jonathan. That's to answer your question. Sounds a little complicated. I will do a full-on breakdown video of how to do that, about having your RSI and the moving average in separate zones, okay? Will this video be available to watch again on your YouTube channel so we can rewatch it, being able to pause to make settings on the indicators? So I think what you can do right now, I think that the video currently, like that you're watching it right now, Tony, I think you can pause it, rewind it, whatever, like the one that we're all watching live. And then you could skip forward to where we actually are. I think you can do that now, but yes, I am recording this one. All right. Let me just run down these questions, guys, and then we'll get to it. Okay. Yes, thank you, friend. Thank you, Jonathan, for answering that question. Hello, Matt. Let's see. Do you record this, please? Yes, Matt, we are recording this. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Okay, got it. Volka says no music needed. I want to see if we have the odds against her. Everybody start voting. Okay, no problem. No music is fine, Fatima. We're good. So Samira, the Mass Effect moving average is not released. It's not back on TradingView yet. Yeah, I'll leave the music off. That's fine. Nick Shave, you're saying, does this indicator have alerts that mean that criteria? Okay, so Nick, which indicator are you talking about? Because I have 3 indicators on my chart. One is the Mass Effect moving average. It's up here on my price. This is the Fibonacci algo, this one here. And then this is the bull bear power void. So you're either talking about the Fibonacci or you're talking about the void. I don't know which one you're talking about. Let me know. All right, so, okay, so it looks like we got all the questions out of the way. Thank you, everyone. There we go. So it looks like we get everything out of the way. There will be some talking in the background. You're going to hear that. There's some people that just showed up. They got to get up into the ceiling, do some maintenance, some mechanics, or whatever, but don't worry about it. I'm going to keep this going. Now, let's get into the trade, shall we? And I will try and catch up to your messages. All right, so right now we're looking at US 30. Oh, yeah, sorry. Kavitha, I didn't cover your question. I wanted to save it for last. Okay, so your question was, you see that you have, hey, where's my, oh, there it is. I switched it. That's why I can't see it. Columns. Okay, so Kavitha, you see that you have current. This is the current time frame volume bars, and this is for everybody else. This is current volume time frame bars, and the ones behind it are the high time frame volume bars, right? And what ends up happening is that sometimes you already know that your red ones for the high time frame. You know, I just made them that red color. Don't worry about the noise, guys. That's fine. You know that your current your high time frame bars are also red when they are bearish, right? And I just give them a slightly alternating red color. It's fine. But like you're saying, Kavitha, there is the occasion where you have red bars on the wrong side, and that's here. Okay, so this is bearish volume. Okay, let me get rid of the MACD bar, the ribbon that's in there. There. So you see that this is all of a sudden bearish volume on a high time frame. Basically what that's saying is that you have a massive interruption of opposing volume it's on the other side of, it's in the bullish area. And that means you have to watch for an entry to the downside. And that comes up when you have opposing volume, right? It's on the other side. And you need to have current red bars. Like you need to have high time frame red and current time frame red at the same time. They have to be at the same time. And of course, it has to break the void, like right here. This would be your entry to the short position. Let's break this up. There. So you see that you have at least twice the amount of volume on a high time frame as you do on the current time frame. And I hope you understand that. It sounds confusing because it's painting it upside down. It does that on purpose because it's basically showing you there's a brick wall. It's just a sudden drop in volume. Sure enough, this one is not it because it's not outside the void. This one is it. It's outside the void, right? This is your entry for short right there. Like that's it right there. And you can catch the entire move down. Enter right there. You're closing below your previous low. Here's the low. You're closing below that low. So just find your high and use your Fibonacci tool and you'll be able to catch that. Your high is here. And since this is a sudden move to the downside, you can do this to take profit 3. Here's my high. Go to the close on this one and you go right down to take profit 3, right? And it's not done with the move. Always pull back a little bit. There. Pull back a little bit. I'm not on the candle. I've stopped below the candle. I want to be on the candle, right? And if you end up taking that short, right, go down to take profit 3, and you catch the very tip of that candle right there. There. And that's the end of the move down. Because that's a hammer candle, goes back up. And then it's a break of structure. Structure starts going back up. The whole 9 yards. Everything is just going back up. So, what else we got here? Nick, you're talking about the Fibonacci. Let me see. What was the question? Hi, does the indicator have alerts that indicate that criteria? No, there are no alerts, Nick, to tell you that your RSI is crossing over above or below the appropriate area, or that your moving average is one zone away from your RSI. I can't do that. I mean, I can do that, but there's too many times where it's just going to give you a signal that is irrelevant. For example, here, moving average is here, RSI is here. You would get a signal, but that's not a buy. Here they are they are a zone apart, but this is not a sell. So I don't want to plot that for you. It would not bold well for you to be using that. That part is a visual sense. So if you're looking for that to end up being like a buy sell indicator, don't look for that. You need to understand what's happening with the algo. Okay, just look at your price action, see if your low is lower than the previous one. If it's not, then you're still in an uptrend. Okay. Also, look at your moving average itself. Okay, it's either flat or it's pointing up. Then, well, if it's flat, you're not doing anything. If it's pointing up, then yeah, you're still taking your long position. If it's red and it's flat, then the downtrend hasn't finished. See, if you look at price, it's still moving flat. Can I show what? Tony, let me know what you're talking about. Showing what for a long position. Sorry about that. You're welcome, Nick. On the bull bear power void, Tony, you're talking about showing for a long position. Oh, I see. Look for a long position. It would just be the opposite. You would just look for a low with your Fibonacci, and you would go to the entry of your upper candle, and you would go to take profit 3. Always pull back a little bit. You don't have to go to take profit 3 exactly. You can stop somewhere between take profit 2 and take profit 3. And so yeah, let's say that this was the move, right? I'm assuming just from price action that this is the move. You would find your low, you would find your high right here. I think this is it because this one breaks my trend line. You would find that, and as a long position, you were saying on the bull bear power void, you'd find your entry, and I would stop somewhere between take profit 1 and 2 just to be safe, right? Let me see what the void is saying. Yes, the void is saying there's a slight move to the upside here, but it's really small. It's also saying it here, right? But this is a range trade for the algo. See this bar, the RSI, the moving average, everything is inside this range, this middle range area. So this would have been your move here. You would have entered here, right there. You would have found your swing low, which is the last candle that had a low that went down right there, right? I would take my Fibonacci tool, going here to my entry and go to take profit 2 right here. Take profit 2, and this move is still not over because this is a this is an order block that's showing up in here. And let me get into the trades, and I'll show you more about how that works. I know I'm kind of running through it a little fast, Tony, but you'll see it as I do it live. And it's just better than it's better for me to do it live for you instead of having all these other candles painted on the chart. All right. So, oh, also, sorry guys, give me a second. I wanted to set my timer because I could easily run over 2 hours, and I don't really want to do that. So we got about an hour and what, 40 minutes? Okay, cool. All right. You're welcome, Tony. We'll get into that. Okay, so here we got that. We got that. And let's get into the trades, and I'll try and get back to your questions, right? We'll see how this works out. Okay, so here we are, right? I see that I am in the green. I finally closed over. I've closed over a couple of things here. This is a downtrend that took place. See, I'm moving down. I'm just doing this off of price action right now. I'm in a green area. It's a short-term green area because I'm on a short-term chart, 5 minute. And I went above my low order block, right? So I'm looking for a move to the upside. This doesn't mean you just enter long. That's not what this means. This just means you had a rally, and price has been playing around. It's moving down, so probably your RSI is doing the same thing. I don't want to be stuck to this moving average. I don't want to be stuck there. I want to find out when my momentum actually crosses up, and that's, well, this red area actually means that it's, that this crosses up. So let's see what the RSI is doing here. And my momentum, 5 minute chart. And this is how you set up the bull bear power void, right? I'm on a 5 minute chart. So I use the next time up. If I'm on a 5 minute chart, I want the next time frame up, 15 minutes, right? You can do a long analysis of a 1 hour if you want to. And when you see sudden moves the wrong way, that's when you start, what do you call it? That's when you start figuring out that you need to change your position. For example, 1 hour high time frame, it's saying it's coming down, coming down, coming down. But then right here, you get a blue bar interrupting a red bar, right? It's your first one. And if you take a look at your chart, you'll see that, boop, right there. Heikin Ashi candle is high, but you're not above your previous high. You're not there yet. You need to be above whatever your previous high was. This is not it. Your previous high, what is that? Your actual uptrend is not until you get above this level. So for now, from here to here, you're just scalping. Okay, that's why this green it's green. It means that you can look for long positions, but you're just kind of scalping a little bit. You see what happens. The RSI is still coming down. I'm looking for an RSI that's moving up. Okay, so let me switch this back to 15 minute for the time frame. Okay, and I should be doing my analysis on a 1 hour chart, but I'm just going to do this as if I've already done the analysis. Down here, down here. Okay, I don't like this move in the algo. I'm just going to keep skipping forward. I don't like what I see. Okay. All right. And it's always important. Zoom out, guys. Always zoom out. Set your support and resistance. Zoom out. You should always do that. There you go. There. I want to see where price is going to move down to, where it's going to move up to. I'm in this range right now. Matt, no problem if it's 3 hour, right? My indicators don't look, they don't match. Kavitha. Yes. Go into the indicator, right? All I did was I turned a few things off, okay? Just start playing with the controls. Don't change any of the settings on the inputs. Don't change any. Just change what you have turned on and turned off, okay? And you'll be able to find it. My RSI is on. Usually it's like this, so you can't see it. But I want to see it for the purpose of this video. I want you guys to see it, okay? And you'll be able to get it. I don't want to go and list all of the, the input settings. That's just going to get kind of crazy. But, it's not complicated. I'm sure you'll find it. Would you be using a 10 and 28 EMA? Willowdean. Okay, nice name. Thanks for that one. So, no, I'm not going to be using a 10 and a 28 EMA, but the indication that shows up in price action is pretty much the same, okay? I want you guys I don't want to do this in a way that I'm working off of moving averages that you guys are used to, because then you're just looking for crossovers. I want you guys to get used to looking for these, what do you call it? Looking at price action, okay? Give me a second to change this. Delta, here we go. My support and resistance lines are just a little too, there. They're a little too like intrusive right now. I want to just kind of black them out a little bit. Did it work? Almost. Am I there yet? Uptrend, downtrend. What am I? Ultra smooth. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Here. I hit the wrong one. I want my trend lines. There we go. There we go. I just need my trend lines to be a little bit more faded. To just kind of, you don't need to see them. I just want them out of the way a little bit. Okay, so let's get on with it, shall we? All right, everybody, welcome to the coffee shop. This is your host and barista, and let's have some lunch, shall we? Let me see. No problem. My indicators don't look guys. Yes. Can you please share your indicator settings, including color codes? Okay, I see that. All right, don't worry, Kavitha. We'll get into that. Because the settings are standard, as a matter of fact. Kavitha, the settings are standard except for my stochastic, which is an 83350. Okay, 83350 on my stochastic. It's the only thing I have different. I'm kind of testing out somebody else's settings on a stochastic. So I want to see. All right. So now what I'm looking at here is I see my my resistance line. Let me know, guys, if you can see this well, right? I have a green background, which means I have an uptrend. I'm above my trend line. I'm above this delta zone. My RSI is above. It's crossed up over here, right? And I've got blue in my background here. Everything is telling me this is a move to the upside right now, okay? And this is supposed to be my first entry candle, right? That's because, look carefully, all right? You can see that the close of this candle is higher than the close of this candle, but the close, let me do it this way. I want you guys to see this and understand the price action, and you'll know why. The close of this candle that I'm saying this is the move, right? The close of this candle is higher than that candle. Reason I say that is because the previous candle, the close is down here. It didn't break that high, so this is not the entry. You see your RSI is up, you've got a green candle, so on. There's a lot of people on YouTube that tell you, go when you see the green candle. That is not so. Go when you are above your previous high. That's when you enter. So this is my entry here, right? We're looking at an uptrend right now. Here's my swing low. I'm going to use the RSI formula on this one, which is 12.24, okay? Which also, the RSI formula actually starts calculating directly from the top of this support level. It's automatic support level, automatic order block. That's what this is. It's painting on its own. 12.24. If you don't understand the RSI formula, go ahead and ask a question. Not a problem. The RSI formula says that we put up, it's going to be a 1 to 3.24. My RSI is above the range. So I'm going with a 1 to 3.24. I'm going to take that all the way up here. Let's go 1 to 3, right? This is where I think it's going to. Might take a little while to get there. I need the last low of the RSI now at this point. That's way down here. This is my low, which happens to be the low, the starting point of this trend line, all right? So now, there's that. Here's this. And let me just kind of look to the left. I want to see. Yes, so my formula is telling me to go up here, but there's a lot of resistance right at this level. And before you go and enter, you want to find your restrictions, okay? I'm looking at this as my level. This is my take profit here, okay? That's that. Let's go. Trade's over. Just like that, right there. And then you see that it starts to flatten out, okay? And at the same time, I don't know if you didn't see that, but I'm taking this away. My trade is over here, okay? But at the same time, this big area started to get created. And look, right here, you already have volume pushing down from the upside. This just showed up on its own, right? I'm going to play it back slowly from my entry candle. And you're going to see that volume delta area starts showing up, right? I entered on, come on, there you go. So I entered on this candle, right? But somewhere over here, there was a volume pushing down. It was just huge. And just skip forward, you'll see it. Starts to form. I ended up getting out here, right? Right after this started to show up. This coincides with the low, like, see how this big candle came down? And it got stopped? All of this momentum was moving down. Here is a support area. Same support area. Okay, it's just the wicks. I ended up catching the wick using an RSI formula and then pulling back to that zone. Set your support and resistance areas. Okay, now this is what I do. You don't watch the indicators. Okay, when you are in a trade, don't watch the indicators. Watch price action. When you are getting into a trade, that's when you look for your indications on your indicator. Now, the other thing that told me to get in here, I forgot to tell you. The other thing that told me to get in here, Kavitha, this is for you. I have a blue candle sticking out the bottom. I have a green candle sticking out the top. That told me I have adequate volume at this point. That was my entry candle there. Same one. Even though the Fibonacci candle did not break above plus 10, it doesn't need to. What it needs to do is it needs to break majority above its average. This line here is the average of the RSI. If you close majority above the average, then you are above average, okay? The majority of the candle has to be above average. All right, let me see. Smash the like button. Yes, thanks, Matt. So go ahead, people, smash the like button. Take a hammer, smash your screen, or whatever it is you need to do. Well, don't break the screen. Go and smash your parents' screen or something. Go to your roommate, smash his screen, but in some way, smash that button. One more question was missed. It's up on the chart. What is the question? Kavitha, what was the question that was missed? Sorry. Oh, it's up in the chat. Will you be using the 1028? Sorry, Kavitha, remind me. I don't see it right now. Let me know what that question was. Got it. Super awesome. Thanks, Kavitha. Okay, cool. Maybe that was the question that you were talking about. All right, so I am out of a trade right now. I do see a cross up right now, right? But what I also see is opposing volume, right? I see blue to the downside, light green to the upside. Light green means you have a loss of volume. Okay, if you have a loss of volume on the upside and you're showing high time frame volume on the downside, that means you have a pullback. It's pulling down on you, okay? Can you go over the imbalances and resistance with the algo? Zach, yes, when I see one that's relevant on the chart, I will be more than happy to do that, okay? Let me see, got a super 10 plus 10, okay. Kavitha, you're talking about the plus 10 and minus 10 on the algo, but I'm sorry, what was the question related to those? I'm sorry, just let me know. Sorry, whole lot going on right now. Don't mean to make you repeat it, but yeah, just give me the question in full. All right, so I want you to understand what this bull bear power void is showing you. Okay, it's very powerful, okay? When it's showing you opposition and your price is moving against what it's saying, then you have to understand it's not just going to stop, okay? It's going to slow down, okay? It's got a nice big swing here, right? Comes down, then it's got a short swing, then it's got a shorter swing, right? And that's because, okay, now it's got a really small swing. Here we go. Change this to white. Now you can see this leg down is short, this one is shorter, and this leg down is even shorter than the previous. It just keeps getting shorter. So that means price is starting to flatten out, okay? Red and green imbalances. I like to hear that too. You got it, Matt. I'll be getting to that. What does it relate to CSC Harsi? Kavitha, nothing in this relates to the CSC Harsi because the CSC Harsi has several lines of code that are outdated compared to this one. So if I were you, I would not be using the CSC Harsi any longer. Switch over to the algo and only use this one. Okay. But if there's something you feel like you're missing from the algo, let me know. But the plus 10 and minus 10 on the Harsi and the CSC and the algo, they are all the same. Okay, they're all the same. The RSI is also all the same. There's just other things that show up which are not relative to the other ones. All right, so let's get on with this, right? We already pulled off one nice move. Skip forward. I'm looking for another good entry. You can see right now is I have volume on the current time frame. That's green and light green, but I have no high time frame volume, right? You can see that. There is no blue volume sticking out the top. The minute it does, it needs to be above a green, a dark green candle. Dark blue above the dark green. Now, why is that? If you have dark blue above a light green, you have high time frame volume, but you're already losing. So you need dark blue above dark green. Okay, now that does not just mean buy. In this case, this would mean a continuation. It would be a continuation because you never came down lower than the previous RSI low. Here's a low, right? Here's a low, here's a low, here's a low. If your RSI ever comes down below it, and then you get a dark blue on top of a dark green, then it's just flat. It's just flat. But if it never covers below it, right? If it never covers below the previous low, then it's a continuation. Price will continue moving up. And that's very important because here we are inside this order block. And you want to know when you break out of it, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. I got to move to the upside. I have no high time frame volume. So this is not a breakout for me, okay? Moving on. I want to see high time frame showing up somewhere. I got to move to the upside. I'm not more than halfway above my average RSI. So I don't want this yet. See? That would have been the fake out. This is the fake out that I was telling you guys before. The algos have been getting people into a range, like this is your range here, right? They see that you're in the top of the range, and then they let you break out of it, only to push you back down. So don't get faked out with that. You need high time frame volume. There has to be interest in both parties, okay? There you go. So you can see I got a dark blue on top of a light green. That is just running flat. It's not dark green. So candle closes lower than the previous. This is most likely a start of a move to the downside. There's your move to the downside. You've lost volume. We can trade this as a pullback. Like I need one more. I need this candle to close lower than this. I just need a low lower than this low. That's all I need. There it is. So this low is lower than this low. This is my entry for a short position. It's just a pullback. I want to go to the previous low. And that is a real short move right here. Right? My previous low is right there. It's just a swing low. So when you're looking for a swing low, find your, let me show this to you here. When you're looking for a swing low, like the previous low, what is your current low? Right? What is your current low? Okay. And draw a line directly sideways, straight sideways. You want to find a candle that has a low lower than its previous low. This means the low was lower. You can only take this move that far. Okay. So here's the close of your candle. You're going to go down to this level. This is where it comes down to, right here. And then you analyze the market again. Right? So this is just going to be a small move. Don't forget to set your swing high for your, what do you call it? Your swing high for your stop loss. My swing high is here. That's going to be way up here. Again, it's a pullback, right? And that means I'm going to break below my moving average. You see how my swing high almost got caught, right? I have a high. If this RSI goes higher than this one, I'm going to be stopped out. If this one goes lower than this one, but price goes higher, then I entered too early, and I'll show you what that means. Okay. Big candle coming down. There it is. Just closed out. That's the end of the trade. Okay, another 0.04% on a 5-minute time frame. Now, we caught two of them. And we haven't been waiting too long, but we did catch a nice move down. So the thing that gets me is that I think this is a market correction. It's just a correction. It doesn't mean that it's a downtrend. I see that the background is starting to turn red, but here's why I think it's just a correction. We have a high and a higher high. Here we have a high and a higher high. There's a high and a lower high, a high and a lower high, right? So I don't think that this is the market coming into a downtrend. I think it's just going to correct. It's going to find a good point of support, and then it's going to move back up again, right? That's what I feel like is going to happen. So right here, finds its support. Look at that. Nice rejection. Big candle coming up. It's a big move up again. Not really a big move up. I'm waiting for a crossover here. Now, Matt or Jonathan, I think it is, either Matt or Jonathan, you wanted me to tell you about the RSI crossing over the moving average, right? There's a perfect example. You see how the RSI crosses in between these two candles? It doesn't cross through them. Like here, it crosses through. Elsewhere, it crosses through, like you see it crossing through the edge. It crosses right through the center. But here, it crosses through in between the two candles, basically not touching it. And this is a loss of momentum to the downside, and it could mean one of two things on this candle. You need to wait for the next candle to tell you what it is. And so this is either a retest, like price comes down, retests, and then moves down, or it is a doji candle that continues the move to the upside. It's one or the other, and I can't really tell you what that is until the next candle forms. Okay, there, next candle. Now, RSI is down, but it is a doji candle. This makes it very confusing. So what I see here is that this is now a range. I don't need all these things on here. Chart's getting full. Also, I'm going to take off my dynamic trend lines. Let me just turn those off. I'm not really using them. I use them high time frames. I don't use them on low time frames. There's too much going on there. So I closed below my stop loss. Then, I'm sorry, I closed above my stop loss, but not enough. Then I closed below my stop loss. The problem I have is that we have a green Fibonacci candle. We have moved to the downside. We have a smaller green candle. We have moved to the downside. And my issue is that this is like, it's basically saying this is a range. It doesn't like me now. That's basically what it's saying. It's a range. So I want to see a breakout somewhere on the algo. I need RSI to break into either direction. And we're going to get to that crossover in just a second. Matt and Jonathan. So immediately I hit resistance right here. Okay. What I don't have is an imbalance. Do I have it turned on? Let's see. I have imbalance here and imbalance here. Okay. So here is resistance. If I get imbalance afterwards, that's when I start doing something, and I'll show you how that works. Wow, that's a gem for the void. Thank you for that tip. You got it, Zach. Is your algo upgraded to the production version to have the most relevant features to that alien-like precision? Okay, so mine says production because I actually have some extra things in it that I'm setting up for the next release. For example, latte flow. All right, let me show you that real quick, and then I'll just reset everything. RSI there, Fibonacci candles. Now I'm going to show you something you guys are going to laugh. Okay, and no, we're going to leave that on. So you've got latte flow, which you can't see right now. It's a moving average, okay? And you got average latte. Okay, it's another moving average. Okay, and then when they're combined with each other, there's certain things that you do. Okay, so I don't need to show you those right now, but what I do want you to know is, do you got latte or do you got no latte? So you'll see one is orange, the other one is blue. You either got, oh wait, let's do this here. You either got latte or you got no latte. This means you've got latte. This means you've got no latte. Okay. Blue obviously means you're unhappy because you've got no latte. This is where money is no longer in the market. It's gone from the market. Okay. This means money is coming into the market. It's basically, this is the turning point. It's showing you where the trend is reversing. Okay. And it's going to show you that on an RSI oscillator, on a momentum oscillator. So you see how it's just kind of real small here. And the way it works is that you don't have actual move in the direction until you have, I don't want to get into the specifics of it just now, but it's just very funny. and it works very well. It lets you know that you have a move to the downside or your move to the upside, okay? And once you plot your RSI on it, here we go. Let's put the RSI on. Where's my RSI? There. Okay. You can see that when your RSI is breaking up above that latte, when your RSI moves above the latte, you are pretty much out. You're almost out of steam, okay? Every time you break above the latte, you're out of steam. See? RSI is moving up from this point, but it passes your latte, so you're done. Here it passes your latte on the way down, okay? It's done again. So it needs to, it's basically giving you an exit indication, you know? It's an exit, it's not an entry. Now, the interesting thing is if you are already down below your latte, right? And you never touch the bottom of it, but then you leave the plus 10, RSI is down below plus 10, and you never touched your blue latte, then you enter short. And it ends up being a nice little short. It's just a little scalping thing. I still have to adjust it. So just want you to see what that's about. Latte is equal of CMF. So Kavitha, the CMF is very close to this, but there's other changes that I'm making to this code which will eliminate it from being so close to the CMF. But yes, it does work like the Chaikin money flow. So it does tell you that there's money flowing in or flowing out. And that's for some people who don't want to be using, they don't want to use the void. Like there's just too much stuff going on for them, you know? So yeah, it just really kind of helps them out, you know, creating more real estate on their chart. So there's also another indicator that I've created, which I haven't shown you guys yet. So let me show you that one real quick. This down here. And then we'll get back to this trade, right? Here's my scripts. And then there is the, hang on, here we go. Higher type of R. So we have the RSI volume moving average. Okay. So here we've got volume. There we go. Do this. There. Level, level. There. So basically it's showing you volume, whether volume is moving up or down. I have to adjust the calculation because I don't like the fact that it takes over all this space. And the RSI has to cross a certain average. The movement of volume and RSI have to cover a certain average, right? And here's the average. That's the average line. And this yellow line is the RSI. It doesn't move like an RSI. It just jumps up. And if it has enough momentum that it breaks its average, that's when you make your move. And like here, this would have been a move. So if your RSI was below 0, you would trade down. If your RSI was above 0, you would trade up. So I'm going to be turning this into a signal or a signal filter for the algo. And it's just going to tell you up, down. That's it. That's all it's going to do. It's going to tell you that. Okay. And yeah, so that's just another little thing. It seems so simple, right? It's just 3 lines. That's all it is. And it's just the way that they're putting information on your chart. And I'll be breaking this code down so that, you know, you'll be able to just be able to use it as a filter and understand, oh, volume is coming down. When do I take my short trades? I take my short trade every single time that the RSI volume breaks its average. Then I could take my short trade. So that's like right here, right? There, where you go? Here. So here it breaks it very, very high. Here also breaks it, right? So you can see here that, yeah. Volume starts cascading down, just down, 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 right there, okay? And then probably right here, you get an RSI for the upside, and you can actually catch a little move to the upside. So there's a whole lot going on there too. All right, so see, I'm not just sitting here playing around. I'm doing stuff. All right, we'll get rid of this. RSI volume moving average. And I'm thinking about releasing that as a standalone and as a built-in for the Mass Effect and for the algo, stuff like that. So let's go back to my defaults. Let's go to reset, right? Go here. Oops, nope. 8333. Nope. 350. There. So like I said, I just have the standard settings here. The only thing I changed is my stochastic. And let's get back to the trades. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need that. Support and resistance. We're going to go over imbalance in just a second, okay? RSI up, down. here, here, trend background. Don't worry about that. What I would like to do this without the candles, to be honest with you. I would like to, but I want you guys to be familiar with what's happening with the candles. Stochastic, I need that. No latte. This one's out. Okay, and the scale off. Good. Now we're back to where we started. Okay. Skip. Oh, there. All right. You are so creative with your indicators. I love it. Thank you, Zach. Latte is equal to... Okay, what's imbalance mean on the indicator? We'll get right to that right now, Tony. It's awesome with a double shot. Thank you, Jonathan. I can go for a double shot right now. Let me see this message just in case it's important. Getting killed on these gold shorts definitely should not have sold. Sorry, man. Okay. Now, get back in here. Now, let's talk about imbalance, right? Real quick. Imbalance is basically the algo telling you a very quick way that price is going to move back to a location, okay? And what you need is first, you need to have support or resistance. Then you need to have an imbalance show up. You cannot do it the other way around, all right? Don't do it the other way around. So I have resistance showed up, right, arrived, and that ends up at the close of this candle. And let's just move on. I don't want to take a trade right now. I want to cover the issue of imbalance, because if I just start getting to a trade, I'm going to forget, how to cover this imbalance thing. So I'm looking for another imbalance. See, resistance turned into support. I'm just waiting for imbalance. Now, please bear in mind, Tony and the rest of you, the color of the imbalance signal is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything. I just made them two different colors so that when they show up on, if you have a bearish imbalance and a bullish imbalance at the same time, they'll end up showing up over each other, or they'll show up above the support or resistance level. So I didn't think you'd want to have things being covered, right? Covering each other. So I just created one red and one green. You can make them both gray if you want. Here, you can make them both gray if you want. It doesn't really matter, right? Now I probably can't see it because the text is white. There. How about we do this? We have imbalance, dark, and imbalance, dark, right? Did I set it right? There. Okay. So the imbalance color is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what the color is. It just matters that it exists in that place. So what I'm looking for is either support or resistance and then imbalance to show up. Okay. And I should be getting one soon now that all of this took place. So let's get in. Man, there's no imbalances taking place here. I should probably go to a higher time frame. All right. In that case, let me just pull this back here. I want to be able to show you how to guys do this range trade that's happening. And let me just pull up an imbalance. Okay. So imbalance, imbalance, imbalance. All right. So you get resistance, right? That's right there. Let's say that shows up. You get resistance. Looks like I got two of them. There we go. Resistance is actually shifted. It's over here. Okay. All right, just a heads up, guys, before anybody asks. No, these indicators do not repaint. I don't make indicators like that. Just flat out. I'm not going to do that. So you get resistance, mark it, because you don't want to have to try and track this level later on. Okay. So we know that, what do you call it? The imbalance shows up. I just want to see where it is. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now these imbalance markers are very tight. There you go. So imbalanced. So what's happening is I'm waiting for the close. Good. Now, so there's the close. What I do, and I have to do it this way for now because I haven't done the code where it will do it for you. Also, I don't think I want to make the code that does this because it's going to be too many things on your chart. What happens is you know that your resistance is here. Your imbalance is here, right? You're waiting for price to break out of this area. That's all you're doing. It's either going to break up or break down. But this is letting you know that there's a hidden imbalance area that's been created and it's being covered. Plus, another new one is being created. So imbalance looks like this, right? You have this big candle moved up, a short one, and a big one, right? So that means all of this area, this price has an imbalance. The market moved up, but it didn't move down and cover it enough. You see this? It closed here, but the low is down here, and there's another low down here. The way the market moves, they always tell you that it has to move fluidly, like a step, like a staircase, right? Has to move like this. And it needs to do this to recover. Otherwise, it doesn't have enough steam to keep moving. Market moves up, makes a high, falls down. It has to break this previous high to keep moving up. It does. Then, when it comes down, it has to come down to at least this level. And it does. So it always has to create this ABC pattern. A, B, C. It's got to be just above halfway. And then it's got to reclaim the ABC pattern. It has to pass B, making a B, right? It turns B into B. Then it comes down, makes a C at level B. And this becomes A, crosses B, makes B, crosses down, makes a C. Same level. A, B, C. A, B, C. It has to do this all the time. If it doesn't, and it does this, then that means from B to C is open orders. Price moves down. What's happening here is price moved down. People are trying to catch the move back down to that level, and it doesn't get caught. So what you're doing at that point is you are trading, and you are trading like the banks do. You are putting it in, so what people did was they put a short order in here. They used this as their swing high, and they wanted to get out at B, right? They wanted to get out here, but they didn't. Price never came back down to it. So now their orders are left in this area. That is called market imbalance. All right. It's when orders are left behind. So what you're trying to do with this imbalance that gets created is you are trying to scoop up those orders. And you see that price already came down and scooped them up. But in doing so, it created another imbalance. So you just have to understand a little bit about price action. Price is going to go back up and scoop up these orders that it just left, right? And it's going to reclaim these orders too. Because look, price came down, a big candle went up, and it stopped, pushed people down. There is an imbalance before this candle, and it's all of this. Sorry, this. I hope that kind of clears that up for you a little bit. It can be a little bit much, Tony. It's a little bit in depth, but really, all you are trying to do is look at the market. Where do you see a big candle that was created and there's nothing in front of it? Okay, look to the left. Big candle that has, see, this is a big candle, but it has a lot of candles in front of it, right? Here's a big candle. It's this big, but it's only this amount. I'll get rid of this. Here's a big candle that was created, right? It's this big, but this much was not recovered. And the ones below it were not recovered. So candles in open order areas, order blocks, imbalances, they have to be covered twice. This was covered once. Needs to be covered a second time. So somewhere down here, we're going to hit support, and price is going to go back up into this area. And here we are. Looks like price is actually going to fall pretty far right now. So you hit an imbalance. There's a retest right here. I like this. This is a retest for me, okay? On the algo. I want you guys to see this. Heikin-Ashi candles are falling down, okay? Your candle did not close below -10, but your next candle just has a long wick out the top. The wick is longer than the body. This is a retest. So at this point, you can enter here. You could enter here. You should enter when price covers B. A, B, C. Right? Like I just told you. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's the high. A, B, C. Price has to clear B. This one does. Right? Closes below it. So you can enter below that and just move to the downside. at the point that it covers below B, you can use your RSI formula here. You can use your Fibonacci here. Let's use the Fibonacci, right? Less confusing for people. Here's my swing high. The last time that price went high, here to here. My candle is closing just inside the algo, inside the range, so I can only go to take profit too. Like I said, range trading. I can only go down this far. To be safe, I can only go that far. But I want to see exactly how far this is going to move. Here, here, here. Nope. Maybe. Nope. This is the move. Like this is all I would really see. Right? I would have entered here. I would have exited here. That's as far as I would have gone. You can look left and see where another order was left. Look at these big candles. They were left here. Nothing covered them, right? Nothing covered them. This is a long span. You need to look at what your RSI is doing. Is it moving up? Is it moving down? Currently it's moving down, but it never left the range. Here it's moving down, right? It's just about to leave outside the range. I would go for this as my low, my new low. Here, I'm going to go right there. Mark that. Go down to here. Okay. This is the importance of looking left. This is the importance of zooming out, guys. You can't just stay zoomed in all the time. You can't do that, okay? It's nice to see the price action happening in front of you, but you will fail if you just stay zoomed in. I'm looking for a high. I want the high of my RSI. That's here. I don't trust it. I want another high. Look at this, a high way up here. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous high over here. Okay, stochastic with a new high. I'm taking this one. This is a big move. There's a lot of volume to work against here. So this is just kind of a dangerous move. It's a breakout to the downside. Let's see what happens here. Played out. Price goes up. Price comes down. I'm done. And it gives me a tweezer bottom right on the bottom. I end up hitting that support level that I talked about. Where did I get this level from? Where did I get that? Do you remember? Look left. Look left. There. Price came up, got stopped out, no one came down. That's it. No one came down. That's it. Look left for the places where orders were left or where big candles were stopped out. And sure enough, price came down, went up. It can't get below that level now. Okay, so far we have nothing but winning trades, right? So we're in trade number 4. I said I'm going 10 for 10. I've got 6 more trades to do. Should I get into it? Is it live training or as usual aftermarket? So YFlix, this is me replaying the charts. Let me show you what I did. Okay, to set up, I moved the price bars off of my screen like they are here, and I simply went backwards. I kept going backwards until TradingView wouldn't let me go back any further, right? And then I just, well, not like that. I just went backwards until I couldn't see anything. And I set the chart at that point, okay? Because I didn't want you guys to think that I already know what's happening in the market. There's no way that I could know. It's impossible. All right. So now let me get rid of all of my information here. What I see is that my stop loss is actually getting closer, right? It's getting closer. Stop loss here is no different than like a 50 or a 20 period moving average. Okay. So I don't want you to think that I'm using something so special. Okay. Let me take a look at what setting I have. Dynamic trend. Here we go. Stop loss. My stop loss is at 200. Okay. So if I set a 200 period EMA on my chart, okay, EMA 4 is a 200 and EMA 4, the overall trend is a 200. Okay. You're going to see that they kind of act the same way. All right. Here. Oh, it's because I had the length all jacked up. There we go. I want to see how far I can make this. Here we go. The phase, 200. Can I get there? Reload. Yeah. All right. So that's a little bit different. Okay. So the issue is that my price, see this 200 period stop loss that I've created, it's getting closer to my price. So is a 200 period EMA. That's why I'm not using a 200 period EMA. I don't really need to use it. But as you can see, I was able to take downtrend trades while I was above my 200. So I I like using this new setup of a different type of stop loss. It's not an ATR. I don't want you guys to think that's what it is. It's not that at all, okay? It's another stop loss that I created. And it's inside the mass effect. So again, this is why it's complicated to get this mass effect moving average out there. It involves so much. All right. Does the color of the support and resistance matter? No, because you can color it whatever you want. The importance, Zach, is whether it says support or it says resistance. If it says support, you mark a line at the close of that candle. If it says resistance, you mark a line at the close of that candle. But again, you can change the color of them to whatever you want. Sorry, I'm still having lunch. Let me see. Rydigler? Hey. Okay, dude. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Rudigler. Did I do it right? Rudigler Renkert. You let me know if I got that right. This guy knows so many things. Unbelievable. I enjoy his live trading. Cool. But if you saw me in real life, you'd be bored out of your mind. Thanks. Just in, Eric. What's up, Rem? I will see it all later many times. That's cool. Cool. Does the color of the support, but much more better to explain the things. Okay. Okay. It's a replay, not live. No, Rudigler. This is live. Okay. This is live. This is not a replay. I didn't record this earlier. Not at all. Okay. I mean, if you want to see, look here, I can start the chart, stop the chart, and type your name right here. There you go. I know I spelled it wrong, but whatever. There you go. See, now you know that this is not a replay. All right. So let's get back into the trade. Guys, leave another question on the screen if you want. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you about this, these order block areas that show up. Okay. Here we go. So now what I'm seeing is that my stop loss is coming down and it's closing. I'm starting to close above it. So this is doing a good job of telling me in combination with the background that I now have a trend reversal starting. You can see that we were in a downtrend, right? I should have only been taking short positions. Now for the short-term trend, I'm starting to move into an uptrend. I don't like the color because it's still a little choppy back there. But I'm in a short-term uptrend. I have an order block here. I have an order block here, right? That tells me I should be aiming for this one. I'm getting above my stop loss. You know how it works. If you are above your stop loss, then you should be taking longs. If you are below your stop loss, then you should be taking shorts. To make it easy for you guys, I know a lot of you guys like using the 50-period moving average. I'm sorry I didn't put that on there in the beginning because I use it on a lot of things. But the fact of the matter is, when you're using a 50-period moving average, you don't really want to use it on a 5-minute chart, okay? You want to use it on 15 minutes or longer. The 50-period moving average, it's not really your friend too much. So, but I do see a crossover of the 50, prices below it, and it's trying to get above. I see that my RSI is trying to come above, right? But I'm still below the 50. I'm below the midline with my RSI, okay? Let me get right here. I have to change my settings a little bit. There we go. And RSI up, down. Yep, we're doubled up here. Okay, we're good. Now we can see a little bit better. Now, what I'm seeing is that, yes, price is flat, right? RSI, it's not really breaking outside of anywhere. It is in the low part of the range, right? And barely coming into the upper part of the range. So here it is in the low part, right? Just watch your RSI and compare it to your price. It's in the low part of the range, and it's below your 50-period EMA. The 50-period EMA, the closer it is to your price, your RSI is the same thing. That 50 is that midline. I just don't call it a 50 anymore, but the 50 is the middle. 50 is the middle. When you break above the middle, that's when you have to start looking for long positions. But you have to know whether there's something in your way or not. Sure enough, volume on a high time frame, look what's happening. I get blue volume interrupting this red volume. This is all red, right? It's just kind of strange that this is all red. Did I change something here? Let's see. 15 minute. Nope. It's still good. That's that. Okay, so this is still not a move for me. I don't have anything to do here. Let's see. My wife is still... What? Crying. Oh God, is she crying because I said your name the wrong way? Hang on, I gotta see this. Okay, yes, okay, I'll pronounce it as Rudy. Can we have can't have my lunch because I don't want to miss a minute of this video. All right, Tony, don't worry, I am recording this right now. So you'll be able to go and have lunch. Go ahead, you got another like hour. You're fine, or call Uber Eats or something. Is there a way to use the Fibonacci and know where a pullback will end? Where a pullback will end on a Fibonacci? Yes, but it is complicated. You have to understand price action, and I need to see one unfold in front of me to show you. So, Jonathan, I'll try to remember that one. But knowing where a pullback will end, that is not like using the Fibonacci like you're thinking. That is called the 50% retracement. That's what you're thinking about. I'll show you one real quickly. But the setup for it has to already unfold. You have to be really patient for that to happen. All right. Let me see. My wife is crying. No, chart is replayed. No, the chart is replayed. Yes, Rudy Gler. The price is replaying. But again, I have no idea where price is going to be going. So if you want, Rudy, you tell me what you want me to what chart you want me to go to, and I'll go there. I'll set up the chart in front of you right now. Okay. And I will move the price bars off of the screen. I'll move them off the screen, just by like doing this. I can't see the bars now, right? And I'll just scoot backwards as far as I need to. And then I'll start price. I'll just start there, wherever you want me to. That's it. Okay. You let me know what you want me to do. All right. If not, then okay, maybe next time. Let me see. Kavitha number or email? Yes. All right, Kavitha, I'll send that to you. Okay. Yeah, I'll send that over to you. All right. You're like AI, but human. Nice. Matt, thanks you. But yeah, you can call it AI if you want. What's up, iTrade Avenue? So tell me, iTrade, shoot me a message on TradingView. Let me know if you are part of a prop firm or something, okay? Because I've been lately getting involved with a lot of big trading teams, and I'm starting to write code specifically for them. If you need something, let me know. But again, you have to be part of a large team for it. Just kind of rolling through the messages. Give me a second. Dinner's ready. Okay, let me share it. Number. Bitcoin, please. All right. YFlex asked if it is live. That's all, no matter what chart you use. All right, so yeah, all right, we can go to Bitcoin. Why not? Matt, you called it out. Wait, is there one called YFlex? Is that what you're telling me? Or is that just somebody's name? I don't remember. YFlex. Yeah, okay, so you got me on that one. Let's do Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin here. There you go. Again, you can see that I can't see the chart, right? Let me turn off the replay. There we go. Now, I can't see price bars. I have no idea what's happening here. And I'm going to do this on a 5-minute, right? Is that what we're doing? Bet. Let's go. Let's go. Matt called it. We're doing that. Am I there yet? Am I at the end yet? Nope. Looks like they let me go back even further. Where am I? I don't know where I am now. Let's see. December 19th. It looks like they don't let me go back further than that. So I'm going to start with December 19th. Okay. Or somewhere around here. I'm getting a call from Arizona. Don't know who that is. Give me a second, guys. Phone call's coming in. Sorry. Business calls, right? There we go. Anyway. All right. So, Matt, you called it. Bitcoin is so volatile. He loves it. Yeah, you love it because you're impatient, Jonathan. And Rudy, yes, I figured. Thanks. YFlex is the name of a viewer. Sorry about that. Let's see. So we're going to replay from, I don't know, let's go with, you know what? Let's go right around my birthday. Nah, I don't want to go with my birthday. I don't want you guys to know when that is. Let's go with after Christmas. How about that? because nothing's happening on Christmas. And of course you want to pick something that is like just an awful time to trade, right? Let's go here. Let's try this. Okay, I have no idea what's happening on the chart here. All right, as you can see, I still can't even see the bars. I have no idea what's going on here. There we go. There. All right, guys. So let me get set up for a second. I'm just switching over to a 1 hour so I can see some analysis real quick, right? There. All right. Came into a serious downtrend. This is awful. Thanks for picking this one. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm looking at a 1 hour. Give me 1 second here. There. I have to change a couple of things so that I can analyze the right way. Ultra stock. 200 here. So the ultra smooth stochastic. You guys won't find that because it doesn't exist. I created that. So here's 1 hour. Let me just kind of get my bearings of what's happening here. Come on. Yeah, this is terrible stuff. Who picked this? Whose idea was this? Matt, you're crazy. There is no movement here right now. This is like bad stuff. Bad. Right? I think this one's overbought. I don't really want that. And this is probably oversold up until this area right here. So we get this big flag pattern taking place. Now, I'm glad that you kind of picked this because this is a, what is this called? This is called a symmetrical flag pattern, a symmetrical triangle. And there's a way to trade this. But the problem is, if this was a, what do you call it? You've seen it before. You get a triangle that looks like this, right? And it's sloped down. You get to trade this. It's almost telling you what's going to happen. Price moves down, gets inside of it, and then breaks down, right? Now, that's how you would trade one that slopes down. But on the other hand, if you have one that slopes up, right? Instead, that means price was coming up, ended coming into this area and made, kept stopping until it gets to this point, and then it moves up. But the problem, I hate you guys. I hate you. The problem with this one, it's symmetrical. It's neither sloped up or down. Okay? So you basically have this. And here and here. So thank you for giving me the complicated one that I won't know where it's going to go. You guys are awful. So let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. No, I'm not going to pick. You're a Scorpio like me. Scorpio? No, Tony, not a Scorpio. Sagittarius. Thanks, Katvita. There we go. All right. So I see this massive, just this massive pattern taking place, right? I want to see this high here and see if it's above. No, it's not. So this high is above the, let me shut the stochastic off so you can see this, right? And this is just for doing just for analyzing things on a 1 hour chart. Okay. Always start with a 1 hour chart, analyze the market, and then get into your trades. Okay. I have a high here that is above the range. I have a high here that's above the range. So this high and this high is relative. I don't care about this high here. You see what I'm saying? This high in the middle, it's not high enough on the RSI. It's inside the range. So don't try and cross this with a trend line. Don't do it. Look for a high outside the range. That's what you want. You want that one over there. Cross that one. That's your high, and you want to connect it because it's going to be important later on. So it also helps you understand, like, are you having a divergence? The other thing is you want to find your lows, right? So here and here, let me shut these off because we don't need this on right now. Clean that up. So you got a low here and a low here and a low here. Try and connect all three. You only really need to connect two, but you just try and connect all three. So I ended up getting this one, right? I'm sorry. The actual low is, yeah, that candle there. So I'm going for the low close because this has a very long wick on the bottom, all right? That's why I'm just starting with the close. Also, it comes down at the end of a V formation. When price is already moving and you get a low, right? That's when you just want the low of the candle. And again, doing your highs and lows is not an exact science, okay? Don't try and get them perfect. You just want to be nearby. You certainly don't want to mark the wrong side, okay? Can I get this a little higher here? Yes, I can. Perfect. So what I ended up doing was I adjusted this. I'm on the low here. Not the low. I'm on the close here, the close here, and the close here. So I'm on the close of each one. All right. And then I'm just going to draw it down a little bit so I can get that wick there. Just about that wick, and I'm at that wick. So we're good. So what I'm looking for is when price gets into this tight area, and I need to see when it's going to break out of the algo and when I end up getting high time frame, high time frame activity. My bull bear power forward is still set for a 5-minute chart. So now that I've got my setup done, okay, I just simply drew my trend lines. I put back on my indicator so I know what's going on. I can see that I'm inside of this awful range. Now I'm dropping down to my trading range. That's what I'm doing. It's all I'm doing. You drew your trend lines on a higher time frame. Now, why do you do this? Because you want to see how far your price could possibly move, right? Here's that trend line I drew up there. Here's the other trend line I drew down here. Okay, I could possibly move to these extremes. From this extreme to that one, I could possibly move that way. But as price continues forward, the extremes get tighter and tighter and tighter. So you have to look for your additional support and resistance levels, right? So let me draw those in. Price came down, met support. See that I met it nicely. Down stop, right? Up, down stop. Okay, this is just awful. Ooh, this ugly stuff, small moves. Now I see it comes down and gets stuck here, okay? And if you look to the right, you see that that level is also important. So I'm taking that one. You want to try and cross as many candles as possible. And here, not really going to take this. There's too much going on. Big candles coming down, they get stopped. I will take this one as a possibility, okay? And I'm going to look just over here for price moved up. Big candles moving up, they got stopped. Big candle started again, and that's right there, okay? Coincides with what's going on over here. Now, what am I looking for now? I'm simply looking for price to reach these support and resistance levels. Don't try and just automatically trade just because price is moving. This is why you set your trend lines, okay, your trend lines, and you set your support and resistance levels. You have to set them. Good luck with this trade. All right, you got it, Kavitha. Thank you. What if I set like the super trade and just catch this move back? Because I see imbalance here. I see imbalance here. All of this is imbalance. And down here, there's not really any except for this part right here. This is an imbalance down here, right? So let's put this on. Let me fade that background a little bit because it's a little intense. All right, here, uptrend, fade this out, there. Downtrend, fade that out. There we go. A little intense. I need a little bit less color, right? So, you don't want to try and catch the move from one all the way to the trend line. All the way to that trend line. You don't want to catch that in a single shot. You really just want to get from through this to the next one, right? And then you want to see what's going to happen here and get to the next place. Here's another. This is an automatic area that's drawn out by the Mass Effect, and it's because there's a support level. Imbalances were left here. Okay, so you just want to try and get to those areas. Oh, hey, what happened to my thing? There we go. You just want to try and get to those areas. And you do that by seeing how much volume you have when price gets to that area. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, move forward a couple times. Here we go. Now, what I'm seeing is I have a wick rejection off of the average, right? Price crosses over. I get a wick rejection. I get a wick rejection. I want to look back at my chart. Kavitha, this is important for you right here. Look. Remember we talked about this? You've got a red bar above in that blue area, and you've got a large red bar on the bottom. This is backwards, okay? You need the high time frame has to be bigger than the current time frame. So you could trade this down to this level, but you shouldn't take it because look what happens immediately. It moves the other way. You need the high time frame to be larger than the current time frame. Even though they're upside down, you need the high time frame always to be larger. Why is that? Well, I'm on a 5-minute chart, but high time frame is a 15-minute chart. There should be 3 times the amount of volume in the high time frame than there is in the current time frame. Divergences, yes, Jonathan, you are correct. That's my next move. That's what I'm looking for. I am looking for divergences on the low side. Why? Because price is moving down, and I want to see if I have divergences on the low side. Sure enough, here looks like we have one here. Do we? Nope. No, we don't. I do have a higher low here, but I don't have a higher low in my price. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I do. Yeah, higher low right here. So you have a higher low, but it's not a divergence. It's just simply not meeting low. It could just be a break of market structure, and that means it's just going to run flat for a little bit. It's not a divergence. It would be a divergence if my price closed lower and my RSI closed higher. That would be a divergence. But here, I have a higher low, and here, same thing, higher low. I do see, however, I have a lower low on volume. There is more volume here than the RSI is leading on. So this tells me that price is going to move up, and it's going to try and catch a leg moving back down, probably just to this area here, right? So let's just try and catch this. I'm waiting for a proper entry. Let's see where we go. Again, there is no high time frame. Look at this. There's no high time frame interest in here. There, right here, there's high time frame interest. You can't really see it. There you go. High time frame interest, but it's on the loss of volume, right? Skipping forward. Breaks outside the void, breaks majority below the -10. This is your move to the downside here, okay? Because this is no high time frame interest, and then there must be some here. So wick rejection, wick rejection, wick rejection, right? So this is your move down, and it's going to go down to, I don't know, let's see. There's your low. There's a low right here, okay? It's way over here. Now, this is a tricky one. I have a low and a lower low. Yep, they're pretty much, everything's pretty much lining up, right? So I would have entered, gone for my take profit down here, and pull it back just a little bit. Always pull it back just a little bit, right? Set your swing high right there. I want to see structure. I want to see market structure. High, low, high, higher low. So yes, I have a low and a higher low. This is a break of structure here. So we have this little, like, there's something happening right here, okay? I don't trust that the price will keep coming down. I think it's going to start moving up after this move down. So let's see. Hey, what's going on? There you go. Okay, so I ended up catching that one anyway, right? Ended up catching that one. It went way down to the next support level, which was great. But there's nothing that really would have told me that that's going to happen. Oh, I wasn't looking at the volume. Look what happened. You had a lot of high time frame interest while I was clicking forward. That's where it was. So I don't see everything. Just let you know, guys. I don't see everything. But yes, all of a sudden there was high time frame interest. As the price went up, there was high time frame interest to push it down, and they pushed it down. Really, they really just wanted price to get back to this level, and they did it. So that would have been another move to the downside, creating another imbalance area. So price needs to clear out from this area. Let's see what's happening. Now, here's a low. And here you go, Jonathan, about your divergence. Here it is. You have a low on your price, a lower low on your price. You have a low on your RSI. You have a lower low on your RSI. This is not a divergence. It's just telling you it's a continuation, right? That things are still continuing. But what I'm looking for now is an exhaustion. Here's a green candle with a really long wick out the top. I want to see the next candle. Okay. RSI is now crossing over. You have to play the game of patience. I'm still below my stop loss. I'm below my 50, but I'm really far away from the 50. I want price to come up to a good level first before I want price to come up to a good level before I start considering moving into a downtrend move. Let me just kind of switch this up. I'm turning off my EMA 3. I'm going to put on EMA 1. There and there. I want to see what's happening at that level. So yeah, there you go. I want price to tap that right there. See, it's a bullish move. So I don't want to count that as a wick rejection just yet. Thank you, CB. Fixed drop. So yes, Matt, you are correct. That is a price correction or whatever you want to call it, right? So here I see I have a bullish move coming up. It's just a wick that's touching that moving average, right? But I'm still pretty far extended away from my stop loss. I don't like taking trades this far. I want to be able to cross up over my moving average and cross back down. Okay, I'm crossing up above it. I have high time frame, right? Loss and current time frame loss. Okay. We got a nice little move up, but this is a scalp move. Okay. So does that mean I can get to the previous high from here? I closed above my previous swing high. See, there's a blue candle right here, right? Blue candle, green candle, whatever you want it. This high is above that one. These are all lows. This is everything pushing down. This is pushing up. Okay. Also, if you look at your Fibonacci, this is the first candle to the downside. All right. So if I enter here, I just try and catch that previous high, that's where I should be able to get. If I get this trade, then we are what? 7 for 7. 7 trades for 7. Catch this move. Let's go. Almost there, right? Are we there? Almost there? There you go. Trade's done. I've got 7 trades in a row. We're good so far, right? Okay, so we're good with that one. Now, what I see here, I'm looking at the algo. This is the difficult thing to decide with the algo. And it's a conversation that I'm having with somebody else on TradingView. And here is a good reason to be using the algo with the bull bear power void. What did I tell you previously about when the market makes nice moves down, up, down? You see how it's working really nice? It's just going down and up like a stepladder. It's doing great. Awesome. It's just really, really good. But then it makes this big move down and it passes that previous high. It's above it. This looks to me like a trend reversal, but you don't just enter long here. Okay. You do not enter long. You don't just enter long because it broke the previous high. You need to wait for the market to make its move, right? Look at your moving average. You broke above your moving average and you broke above your previous high. You need to make sure that you have market structure. Market structure in an uptrend is you start at A, B, C, and then this becomes A higher than this one, B, C. At least down to there, you cannot cross below that level. You have to you got to stop above it or at it, right? That becomes C. You need to wait for that move. Let me put a third one up here. B, C. Okay. Now you need that. Okay. It's not going to be that same shape. It may be a little misshapen, but either way, you've seen it before. Okay. You've seen it look like this. Not a problem. You've seen it look like this, but still you can see how this one doesn't come down to this one. This one doesn't go below this one. This one, well, it's below that one because I moved it, right? There. This one doesn't close below that one. So this is proper market structure. And what I'm waiting for now is I'm simply waiting for this. I'm waiting for A, B, C, D. I'm waiting for A, B, C, D. Here I have A, right? I don't have B yet. There's no B, but I have crossed above the previous high. I need, let's say, B, right? I can't go below this. I cannot go below this. I need to have just a small one right there. I need to have A, B, C, and I can't go below this. D. This is what I need, right? This is what I need. So let's see what happens. I'm not even going to look at the algo. I'm just going to look right here. I just want to see that this closes and somewhere in this level. I got to get maybe right around here. So again, it's a game of patience. Just be patient. Here we go. Right there. Where did I call it? Right? I'm here right now. So now I have A and B. Right now I have A and B. See, price moved up. Then you got a bearish candle right there. Okay. So that would mean you've got A, B, C. It's a small move, okay? Just a small move. Give me one more candle. There's your, now it's pulling down, right? You should be able to see in the algo that the candles are breaking outside the RSI. Here, see? The algo is crossing below the the RSI is crossing below this little candle. It's hard to see it, but it's there, okay? It just moved down. But I think that this is going to continue up a little bit more. Now, what tells me that this is going to happen? Well, look here. This is Kavitha. Again, here's your thing. Long blue candle on the red side with a green candle on top. My problem is no green candle has crossed above the void, right? This green candle is, nope, actually it is. No, wait, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is basically your entry candle right here. It's real small. The blue candle's gone from the bottom. This is pretty much an entry candle, but I don't trust it, all right? This could be an exhaustion here. So let's move up a little bit more. Flat line. Now, I have a high and a lower high, even though they're real close, right? I got a high and a lower high. We're still good. Still good. I need to break this range. We move down. My chart's lagging a little bit. There we go. I've got support. No, it's trying to get support, okay? It's trying to get support. Not sure where it's trying to get it from, but it's getting from somewhere. So we got to cross down. The candles are outside of that envelope of the algo, right? See that the color in the background. I need a candle. There we go. I need a candle to break above. Majority of the candle has to break above the average, and the RSI has to break out. Majority of the candle breaks above. I have a high, a lower high, and a lower high. So also, I've got high time frame interest. High time frame has broken the void. This one has not. That's looking pretty good to me. There we go. So high time frame and current time frame are equal to each other. If I wanted to take this, I would only go to take profit 2. I think it's going to fail, but I'm going to try it anyway. And this would be trade number 8, right? Okay. My RSI was what? 9.46. That would be a 1 to 2 point. Let's see, 1 to 2.94. Okay. I don't trust this one, but I feel like I'm going to take it. No, I'm not going to take that. Not going to take that. I need a better signal. I need a better signal to the upside, because right now the current and high time frame, they're the same length as each other. I don't trust that. I need high time frame to be larger than current time frame. If it's not, then there's less people in a high time frame that are interested. Now we got to move to the downside. Crosses over. Majority of this candle is not below the average. Not yet. This is the game of patience. Boom. Here we are. Move to the downside. All right, Jonathan, you asked a question earlier. Jonathan Matthews, you asked me a question earlier. And I said doing a Fibonacci tool for a pullback involves a move called the 50% retracement. Okay? Find where the move started. Hang on. That's the most difficult part. My question is, why not do the RSI formula on the first cross over the 10? Let me take a look at that and I'll find out. Why not do the RSI formula on the first cross over the plus 10? Okay. Oh, I can answer that right now. It's come to my understanding, and I put it into the new version of the algo, that you don't need to wait for plus 10 or minus 10 for your move to the upside or downside. You don't need to wait for that. And I'll show you what you can look for instead. Now, but you did ask me about using the Fibonacci on at least one loss. I'm betting for Cafe. Hang on a second. Kavitha, hang on. You're betting on a loss? Hang on a second. Is there a pool against me? I don't like the way this is going. Hang on. Still on my live. Sorry. There we go. Tramco. Hey, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Tramco. Let me see. So, Jonathan, you were talking about the 50%. I was bringing up the 50% retracement. Okay, so can you show that of the plus 10? Yes, CB, I will show you that issue of the plus and minus 10. Don't worry about it. It really involves the crossover of the RSI moving average. All right. Now, here we go. You need to find, I did it again. You need to find your your starting candle for the move to the upside. And that would be the first candle that is majority over the moving average, right? You see, over the moving average of the RSI, that's this one, okay? What you're looking for is when a rally took place, it went up and then it made a low, and then there was a lower low. This is where you know it's time to catch a pullback or a market correction, okay? Here is a low after the rally, price went up, and then it reclaimed that lower low. It went below it. At that point, you find the first majority break over the, here it is, over the RSI moving average, right? This is a pullback, okay? Take your Fibonacci tool. Go to that majority break over it, okay? You go from the start of that candle, right? And you go to the first slowdown of the rally. Most of the time, it looks like this. See this little doji candle or a strong pullback of the RSI, like it makes a nice V. It's not here where it flattens out. It's not here where it flattens out. It's here. The RSI has to move in the opposite direction. You put the take profit 1. Listen to what I'm saying. Put take profit 1 on the high part of that candle, okay? There. Take profit 1 is on the high part of that candle, right? Let me shut this off so you can see it. So now what I've done is I set up a 50% retracement. I'm sorry, I started with the wrong candle. It's actually the first one that starts in, that crosses the moving average. Forget what I said. It's not the one that breaks more 50%, more than 50% over. It's the one that first crosses the moving average. So here, you go to the low of that candle. Sorry, low of that candle. I started going to the open. You go to the low of this candle, right? That's the first one that breaks the moving average. You see the rally has already taken place. We don't need this. And you put take profit 1 on the high of that first candle that the RSI went backwards. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Right there. Now, your retracement is that 50% level. 9 times out of 10, especially in crypto, it will come back to that level. All right? So let's zoom in on that one. You're lucky if you can get below that. Now, I do 2 things. I look for the 50, right? I set that as take profit 1 for me. I set that as take profit 1. And then I look for a nice hard stop. See this stop right here? There was a nice strong move here. So then I go a little bit closer to that move, right? So you should be able to do take profit 1 and take profit 2 on the way down. This is catching a pullback. Now, if this is a true break of structure, I'm having a little issue with my signal, my what do you call it? What do you call it? It says that my internet is kind of slow, so I'm sorry if you guys can't see what you should be seeing. Now, if this is a true trend reversal, okay, like I was saying, the market was coming down and then it started moving up, and I was expecting it to keep moving up, right? If this is a true trend reversal, what size should that cape be? Thank you, Jonathan. Set it for super size because, you know, it's for a super. So take profit 1 at the 50% level. If you don't see any hard stops, any super like support or resistance areas below that 50%, then you do not set take profit 2. Don't bother. Okay, just set take profit 1, walk away with your trade, and you're done, right? So let's watch it unfold. Next candle hits. Done. You are done with your first one. Nice long wick sticking out. That long wick did not come down to this support level. Didn't do it. So maybe this is going to be a little slowdown and then a pull back down, right? Let's see what happens. There you go. You hit take profit 2. You're done. Jonathan, I want my cape by the end of the week. We're good. So, Jonathan, and the rest of you, I hope I was able to explain that. Again, I'm recording this and be able to go and download the entire 2-hour video and just play it. Just play it every once in a while. Get some kind of chapter software, like things that will break a YouTube video into chapters for you. All right. And just set the chapters anywhere you want. I see another question on the screen. Sorry, I'm talking with a full mouth, right? Can you possibly make a Discord chat so we can help one another? Okay, Zach, I'm building a website. I don't want to use Discord because it have bots in it. It has people that send advertisements in it, stuff like that. But I'm building a website. I've done it before. And it is based on a communal sense of things, okay? You guys will be able to go in there, and just like Discord, you will be able to upload your images. If I get into it, you'll be able to upload videos, but you will be able to communicate with each other. You'll be able to create groups, friends, lists, events. You'll be able to have your own news feed on your own profile page. You'll be able to see the community news feed, just like Facebook works. 10 years before Facebook was built, I built my own version of what would have become Facebook. I did it a long time before Facebook came out. And we know, even now, Facebook is really for like old people, so whatever. Jonathan, thank you for that one. And I see the cape. Thanks a lot. So yeah, you'll be able to go in there, create your own photo galleries, events. I'm going to have information in there on how you trade certain patterns of the market, all that kind of stuff. Just this, everything is going to be in there for you guys, okay? It's going to be a plethora of information. And most importantly, you guys will be able to connect directly with each other, okay? And help each other out, give each other trade ideas and whatever. And I'll be able to look at your trade ideas and I'll be able to probably try and improve them as well. I will be putting certain indicators in that website that I create, which I will not be putting on TradingView, okay? No offense to TradingView. But I will not be putting certain indicators on TradingView. There are some little scripts that TradingView probably won't allow to be listed. And it's just some little things that would help you guys out. Again, like this little one that I created, that some of you in the beginning that are here now, you didn't see me show this in the beginning of the video. There's something called the RSI volume moving average, okay, by CS Crypto, right? And that's this thing. And every time, okay, so I don't want to get too far into it. I'm just going to kind of clean this up so you can see it. And it works very simply. You have volume, which is volume down. I still have to switch this up, like make adjustments so it works for you. When volume is moving up, this is going to be colored green in the background. Right now it's just a line. When volume is moving up, it's going to color the background green so that you know you are gaining volume or you are losing volume, right? So now let's turn off the volume because you don't need to see that. The other thing is works off an RSI value, okay? An RSI of volume, okay? So that means every time your RSI moves up, right, up or down, it has to break its previous average, which is here. It has to break its previous average. For example, here, the RSI moved. In this area on the chart, price is flat, okay? Also, price is pretty much flat. It's probably got a little downtrend, but it's flat. And then right here, there's a big candle. And I know what that looks like just by looking at this indicator. So let's take a look at the chart and you'll be able to see that, right? Here, I'm just gonna mark off this flat area. Oops. Now, it doesn't matter that the RSI is up or down. Well, actually, it matters that the RSI is up or down because this is just showing you that there's enough movement. It's not showing you that, hey, the RSI is moving up. You have to look at the RSI to know that it's moving up, okay? So here, that's this area here. Let's just pull this down and pull this down. And this is the niceness and the simpleness of this indicator, okay? You can see that the RSI does not break its average, right? Doesn't break its average. Movement doesn't break its average. So as it comes up, it doesn't break its previous high. So it's not a trend reversal. This is just the trend continuing down. However, here, the RSI barely breaks that average. And what happens? This is right where you start getting a change in structure of the market. You get a high, a low, a lower high, and then it just falls apart. This is right where it falls apart. So this is literally telling you, okay, several bars ahead of time, like 14 bars ahead of time, that you are about to get a break in structure. Here, right? I think it's right here. So it's telling you, here we go. It tells you at this point that you're about to get a break in structure, and it finally happens here. Your break of structure is there. It told you an hour and 35 minutes before structure broke. And I'm looking at a 5-minute chart. So that's pretty cool, right? It's telling you, hey, look for something and, start looking for something going the other way. And sure enough, this is where it went the other way. That's right where it went the other way. So yes, I should get 2 capes for that one. All right, anything on the screen? Can't wait for that site. CB, that is correct. Any questions about the website you guys want to ask me? There is one more thing about the website. In that website, there will be a live video chat room where I will be able to do exactly this with you. However, the difference will be I'm going to set it up so that there could be up to 4 of us on video in that chat room. So we can have 3 participants and 1 teacher, right? And I won't be the only teacher. I am getting in talks with certain people who do want to help provide support to the website to you guys. So you'll be able to enter into a chat room where you'll be able to learn from experts, okay? And also there'll be like, classes you can take inside the website and stuff like that. So there'll be like tutorial things. You'll be able to go in there and actually take tests to figure out, do you know what you should know or not? Now, how about we get back into the trade? Because I need to make 2 more trades, right? To go 10 for 10, and we're about 10 minutes late. 10 minutes left in this broadcast. So let's see what we got now, right? I'm going to take this move to the downside right here. You ready for this? Let's just beef this up right here. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Here's the start of my move. Here is my, okay. All right. There's my entry right there. I'm coming down to this level. Strong move down, strong move down. Here we go. I want this level here. I'm doing it strictly off of price action. Now, what was happening here on my RSI? Yep. Now, see, I want to get to the close of this candle, same height. And look at my RSI. Look at it. The crossover takes place on that same Fibonacci. This is a good move to get out. That means RSI was pushed back up at whatever that closing price was, right here. I'm getting out at this level. And let me pull it back just a little bit. So I would have entered short at this point. I would come down to here and pull it back just a little bit. Probably recover the wick of that candle. Right there. Okay. I'm a little bit short, but I was born that way. Here's my order block area. I want to set this outside of it. Let me look for a divergence real quick. High, lower, high, high, lower, high, low, higher, low. We're good to go, right? Let's go. And the trade goes against me. All right. So on trade number 9, I lost it. Why did I lose it? I know exactly why I lost it. Trade number 9, I did not make the trade. Why? Look at my background. This is market manipulation. I got tricked. I got tricked. Well, I didn't make my 10 for 10, and I got stopped out really bad too. It's just kind of strange that there's a low here and a higher low here. And I'm sorry. No. Oh, I looked at the wrong lows. Look what I did. I made a mistake. All right, I'm gonna get my. It was a golden pocket. You mean golden cross? I guess golden cross. Right. So yeah, I missed that one, huh? That was a market. That was a pullback. That was like came down here, pulled up, came back down. Why did it move up here? I want to know why. Now, this is not normal. Okay, to have candles this big. Instantly. This is on Bitcoin. This is probably the start of a new session of the day in the Forex markets. And Bitcoin is very much tied to the assets of Forex markets. Okay. So yeah, I missed this one. I did not catch this one. Also, what I should have done, this imbalance area was right here. This is important why you should understand price action and what you're looking for. There's an imbalance here and my support levels here, right? At the close, all that needed to be reclaimed. And it's exactly what it did. Look at the wick of the candle. Covered that. So I missed it. Oh, it's awful. Let's see. Smash the like button. Thank you. With the algo, if the stochastic band changes from red to green, is that a confluence or is that a way we can scalp? Okay, Zach. The stochastic moving up or moving down, let me discuss something with you guys, okay? So let me just get out of the trades. I didn't make 10 for 10, so I don't want to get into another trade. So let me tell you real quick about the stochastic, right? And you're going to learn something. Let me put the stochastic on here now. And let me turn a few things off because they're irrelevant to the stochastic. Sorry, wrong way. Fibonacci candles. I'm going to turn off the average RSI up down. And we'll turn off the RSI. So all you're doing is you're looking at, and I probably should have looked at the stochastic to save myself from that trade just now. Let me see. I said so. 9 on 10 was my bet. Okay, Kavitha, you're thanks so much. Unbelievable. Same quality like Artie on his channel. You guys rock. Really, thank you. Yes, I do know Artie. We've spoken a few times, Rudy. He's a really nice guy. I'm actually trying to get him to use one of my indicators on a regular basis. I would like him to use the Bull Bear Power Void, but I gotta send a message. Man, can you tell how many years do you learn all this? Okay. I don't think I want to tell you, CB, how long I've been doing this, because it's been a long time. Let me see. Thanks, Matt, for going to BTC. It's your fault. Any news of when you are getting Mass Effects? No, CB, I can't tell you when it's coming out. Website up yet? And Samira, no, the website is not up yet. All right. Yeah. All right. So anyway, let's take a look at the stochastic. You'll just get a quick little excerpt of what's happening there. Now, what I want you to know about the stochastic is the stochastic is only relevant to you when it's up here, okay? And when it's down here. That's all you care about, all right? Anywhere below that 20 level, anywhere above the 20 level. That's all you care about, all right? Doesn't have to be up to this level. I just marked it because it just happens to be up there. It's way, way overbought, all right? It could be just from 20 just up to whatever that area is, right? So the only time you care about what the stochastic is doing is when it's in this area. You have to understand something. With the stochastic, okay? With the stochastic, when you are above zero, when you're at zero with the stochastic, it has no momentum. None. There is nothing happening. When it's at 10, it's got some momentum. When it's here, it's got more momentum. And when it's here, it's got all its momentum, okay? So this should be like no gas and all the gas in that direction. When it's upside down, it only matters if that's the direction of the trend, okay? And I'll show you what I mean, okay? Now, don't get mistaken. That is not simply applied to the plus number. If you are in a downtrend, okay, you have no momentum and you are gaining momentum. If you are in a downtrend, okay? So here, we were in a downtrend, right? We were in a downtrend. The only time you care about what the stochastic is doing is when it's turning over. Let me turn this off because we're not doing any more trades right now. Okay. I could take this off and this off. Let's clean this up a little bit. Keep your charts clean, people. There we go. Now, and we'll take this off too. We don't need that. Okay. So the only time, so you could see that primarily we were in a downtrend. If I go to a 1 hour, where were we? Like what was happening? It's ranging, but your high is up here and your low, like you can see it's just in a downtrend, right? Okay, so back to the 5 minute. You're in a downtrend. Even on this level, you're in a downtrend. The only thing you're looking for is when the stochastic is up here and is crossing down, okay? Anywhere up here and is crossing down. And as you can see, price moves up. It does a nice job moving up, but this is where I should have really watched what was going on. It turned down up here. You'll notice that when it turns up, see where it's crossing up? It crosses up and it moves up, but it's not really much of a move. However, every time it turns down, it makes a big move, bigger candles. Crosses down again, makes a bigger move, big candles. That's it, okay? So this must be some bit of an uptrend if it started just kind of moving up against me. So the stochastic is really supposed to be viewed as the gas pedal of your move. So if you are in a downtrend, okay, not like that. If you're, let go my mouse. If you're in a downtrend, okay, we'll zoom this up. There we go. If you're in a downtrend, you see the stochastic moving up and you don't start to make your move until it crosses over, right? So here, there, you're in a, sorry, I'm over here. You're in a downtrend. Stochastic moves up, wait till it crosses over, and then start looking for your move down. This is where you would enter because it crossed over. You closed below your previous low. You would enter here. So where is your high? Where's your high? Your high is right there. Let's go Fibonacci to the rescue, or what do you want to use? What do you want to use? You want to use the RSI formula? Let's go with that one. Okay. So RSI formula. Enter here, right? Where's your high? I need to see what my RSI is. RSI right there. The last place that the RSI moved against me was right there. here. RSI formula says 1 to 3.87. 1 to 3.87. And the RSI is outside the range. Wow, this is a big one, huh? Let's go. Let's try it out. 3.87 doesn't get me. Now, that's interesting that the RSI formula, that the RSI has that much momentum pushing down. Okay, 3.87 down here. And then this would be my swing high to stay safe. Right here. Now, that's interesting that it still moves against me. It's not normal. So this, I don't trust any of this. This is like manipulation for me. You know, I want to see if I'm flat out wrong. Let's just play it forward. Play it forward. I'm just going to let it play, right? And if I lose, I lose. Big deal. There. Anyway, so like I was saying, if you're in a downtrend, yeah, so you moved against me. If you're in a downtrend and the stochastic starts curving down, that's when you want to start looking for your move to the downside. All right. I'm just letting this play because we're like 2 minutes left. Yeah, we're like 2 minutes left. So I'm going to end up ending the stream anyway. And I hope you guys were able to learn a little something. Let me see if there's a couple of, yeah, I know BTC is not normal. That's right. I hope you guys were able to learn a couple of things. Stochastic, you have to be below your moving averages. You have to be below the previous low, right? Or you have to be at the previous low. You know, below support and resistance levels, all that stuff. You have to be with nothing in your way. When the stochastic starts curving down while you are in a downtrend, okay, that's when you enter your move to the short. It's a confirmation. Just because it crosses over in a direction does not mean you enter that direction. That's not what that means. All right. And again, you can see we are primarily in a downtrend, right? Look at the background. It's red. Every time the stochastic crosses up, like it crosses up here, okay? It crosses up here. It crosses up here. It crosses up here. But look at the size of the move after the cross up. It doesn't move that far. It doesn't move that far, right? But when it crosses down, here's the cross down here. This is the bigger move. It crosses down and price just comes down, crosses down again, just keeps coming down. It's a longer move down because it's stepping on the gas, right, of the car that's moving downhill. That's what you're doing, all right? Stepping on the gas of the car that is already moving downhill. And obviously, the opposite is for, the reverse is true for, you know, when you're in an uptrend. Let's see. Is there any version of the Mass Effect that I can get from someone, please? I know it has been on and off of TradingView a few times. All right. So unfortunately, Tony, the only version that is available that everyone has, the source code is not visible. So it's not like they can really send it to you unless there's some way that, what do you call it? Actually, you know what, Tony? Let me do something here. Let me see if I can. Tony, do me a favor. Go to TradingView right now. Go to TradingView right now and send me a message, okay? I may be able to grab a link to the previous version of the Mass Effect moving average. If I send you the direct link, maybe it will work for you, but I don't know, all right? So send me a message on TradingView, all right? I want to see if you already did that. No, you didn't. Okay. Anyway. So that being said, guys, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to end the stream. I hope you guys had a good time. Kavitha, I hope you, yes, Kavitha, Eric, you owe me a cafe, May baritone. Wonderful. I will send you something. Somebody told me to put together merchandise. Okay, Zach. So technically with the algo, we look for the candles and stochastic ribbon to meet our support and or resistance levels. Zach, exactly correct. You are exactly correct. You do not enter trades simply because something is happening in the algo, all right? You need to wait for your price to get near a support or resistance level. Then look at your volume. Look at your momentum in the algo. If it's telling you that there's enough push in a particular direction, you can enter after it's broken that level. Then you enter. Don't try and do this thing where you keep trying to enter early. because you're going to get stopped out like I did. I entered too early. I wasn't watching a support resistance level, and I just got killed on that last one. So I made what? 8 out of 10. Is that right? All right. Great alpha again. Thank you, sir. All right, Bob. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll be Skype. I can't send PMs on TradingView. All right, Tony, I will try and send you something on Skype. Zach, I'll see what I can do. Again, I have to make sure that it actually works before I actually, get it to you. And again, the mass effect moving average that is available, not available, the one that is previously listed on TradingView is not exactly the same as the one I have here. Okay. There are some things not present in it, but you should be able to, you should still be able to use it. All right. Matt, thanks. Should FERC fine for indices? Actually, Samara, the mass effect moving average works great for indices. The Fibonacci algo and the bull bear power void work awesome for Forex. Okay. But everything does work on crypto as well. All of these indicators work on all time frames and on all markets, all of them, because they are only showing you two things that cannot be manipulated by the market movers. They cannot manipulate volume, and they cannot manipulate momentum. Okay. Are we getting a new version of the algo also? Yes, CB, there is a new version of the algo coming out. It's not ready yet. I need time to just kind of deal with that. Okay. Share my number. Kavitha, don't forget, I will send you my number. All right. I won't forget that. Let me see. What do you call it? So yeah. So they are only working against volume and momentum. That's it. Those two things can never be manipulated by markets, period. So when you go out there, guys, I'm just telling you, you guys go out there and sometimes you look for these buy-sell indicators, okay? Do not trust them. If you think for 1 minute that somebody can create a buy-sell indicator that beats the market, you're wrong. They created that buy-sell indicator mainly because there were entries for longs and shorts already existing on their chart. All they did was figure out a formula to make that show up. Well, if those already existed on the chart, then they're fruitless. They're fruitless. They're looking at information that took place after the fact. You guys want information that's taking place before you can see it, right? That's what you're looking for. Like if you go to a 1 hour chart, right? How would you know? I mean, you've seen me do it before, right? It's just doing it off of price action. I'm just here with this. Let's see if we can just figure out where a move goes. Use the Fibonacci tool or the, what do you call it? Use the Fibonacci tool or the RSI formula. How would you know that the market is going to do this, right? Here's a high right here, right there, right? I want to be able to catch this move up. Okay, great. I just broke above this high right here, right? Let me just pull this back. There. So market was tap, 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 tap. It was doing all this tapping, right? All of a sudden the RSI breaks above. Stochastic breaks above. Everything's in a nice move to the upside. Here's your low. You break above your support level that was getting tapped 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay? But every time it got tapped, the RSI was coming down until this happened. Look at this, okay? This is the manipulation that they cannot hide. You need to understand price action. Your highs are getting lower. They're inside the range until this one shows up. You have a new high. That high breaks above this level. Boom, there's your entry. Enter here, right? You want to go for the Fibonacci? Let's use the Fibonacci. Look for your swing low. Where's the swing low? RSI down here. Swing low. Set the white line at the close, right there. Go to take profit 3 because this is a nice trend. It's breaking outside the range. Let's go. Right there, right? Pull this down to an actual swing low. I want one that's below the range. I don't like this one. I want a lower one here. Okay, I want to really be safe with this because the market is so volatile. Don't try and set your stop loss too close just to be cool about it or whatever. Set it far away. Don't set one if you don't want to, but then you're just being really risky and you're being kind of stupid. So got that here, right? And just as a matter of confluence, I'm going to look to the left. Look at this. Here, none of this is overbought. So I'm just going to take the previous RSI high in this area. That's here. Match it with this one. There's my take profit. Okay. And I did that based off of roughly looking at the Fibonacci ratio, right? Okay, great. So pull this down here. Great. So here's take profit 1. Here's take profit 2. Watch, you're going to hit both. Okay, let's go. Boom, you hit first one, right? Where's the next one? There you go, done. Markets cannot manipulate momentum. They cannot manipulate volume. They can't do it. You just need to be able to see what that looks like in price action. How would I know what that is? Yes, it played out, but these settings are designed specifically so that you guys can catch the move. You just need to be able to catch the crossover. What did I say about the crossover? Look at the crossover. The RSI is crossing at the midline. It's crossing its moving average here. This means you can go to take profit 3. If the crossover takes place down here, it's take profit 2, right? Down here, the crossovers take place down here. It's take profit 2. Only if you broke above your previous high. Here's your previous high. Market went up, made a high, came down. Okay, here's your previous high. You closed over it. Okay, take profit 2. Here's your low. The length you're looking for is actually the length of this candle. So here, take profit 2, and look what happens. Okay, I set this at the close of the candle. Where is take profit 2? Do I need to zoom in for you? Like, do I really need to? It's right there. There it is. Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Hey, my little line is gone. Oh, where did my line go? Let me take this off. Put it back. There. It's the length of the candle. Go here. Hey, my line is gone. Take profit 2 is right there. It just disappeared. Did the market movers come in and just erase my indicator? Is that what they did? So it's supposed to be at minus 0.25. Okay, let's go in. And it just turned off. It turned itself off for some reason. There we go. So you can see it. It's right there. Okay. They cannot manipulate that. You would have just barely made it, right? So this close, you would have gotten out of your trade at 16,688, okay? The high of this candle is 16,689, okay? This closes at 89, you got out at 88. You can't get closer than that. Well, unless you got exactly 89. So guys, yeah, that's some serious like alien stuff right there, right? Learn price action. Stop watching these videos on YouTube about buy-sell indicators. Stop watching videos on YouTube about, hey, I found a trading strategy that gives me 9,000,000%. If that was true, why is that person on YouTube? Stop it. Don't waste your time. Learn price action. Learn trading patterns, okay? What I feel like I need to do is just get this website done and you guys are going to learn a whole lot of stuff, okay? I don't have 5 repetition points in TradingView to send you a message. All right, Zach, maybe I can send you a message. I don't know. So yeah, I'll just hit you here. Stay in the chat room, okay? Stay in the chat room. Or let me see. I'm trying to think of another way for you guys to send me a message other than TradingView, because I can't send you a direct message on, what do you call it? I can't send you a direct message on YouTube. It doesn't let me do that. We'll figure it out. Zach, send me a message on YouTube, like in any of the comments, and you and I get it figured out, okay? Are you using default settings on the algo at the 1 hour? Yes, I am. Do you have another app I can message you from? Yes, I do have WhatsApp. I just don't use it that often. So again, I have to get you that info, right? So just send me something on, yeah, I don't use Instagram anymore. Same thing with Twitter. Well, I do use Twitter. So hang on a second. Yeah, we can get something on there, right? I haven't used it in so long that I have to find out what my, what do you call it? I have to find out what my handle on Twitter is. Yeah, it looks like there aren't any great matches for CoffeeShopCrypto. So yeah, I can't even give you my Twitter thing. It's like not showing up. Yeah, launch the website. Thanks. What else we got? Here comes 9 of 10. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, Jonathan. That was number 9 of 10. Thanks. Upcoming RSI tool looks great. Thanks, Samira. Yes, the upcoming RSI tool it's really just going to be a filter that will tell you to either go or don't go, right? I'm going to have it work out so that it just changes your RSI to a specific color or changes the background to a specific color, but you will never actually see the indicator. I don't want you to see it. Let me see. Your RSI formula invention needs to be recognized by trading community. You know, you have no idea how true that is, because there are people who built indicators 20, 30, 40 years ago, and they are recognized by the community, but nobody knows about this RSI formula. It's insane how well it works. I'm the first person to be using it, and if you guys are using it, then you are the first as well. You are the first of all. No one is using this thing. It's really cool, and I hope it doesn't just die with me never trading anymore. Let me see. He did earlier. If you can rewind, you might be able to catch it. All right, your RSI formula. Okay, please explain the star for the move without the. Okay, yes, yes. So CB, the entry for the move without crossing plus or minus 10 is when your RSI is crossing its moving average. Okay, go back a little bit in the video. You'll be able to find out. Thank you very much. I appreciate your efforts. Thank you, Rudy. Thanks, Eric. You're a hero for sure. I need to practice. Yeah. Yes, patience. Just sent me a Skype message. Thank you, Tony. Yes. All right. So, all right, people. I can't send a message to exactly one person. I want a big trade because of the RSI formula. Kavitha, that is awesome. I like to hear that. That's wonderful. I wish I could send you a message directly, but I don't think I can. So we'll see. Matter of fact, yeah, I can. So Kavitha, I think you have me on TradingView as well. So Kavitha, send me a message right through there. If you don't, then what I want everyone to do is, let me see if I could put this link in here. And I'm going to link you guys directly to my profile in TradingView right now. I'll put it in the chat room. I hope it shows up in the chat room, right? And you guys can just send me a message right there. Those who are able to, okay? Let's see if I can get in here. Where's the chat room? There we go. Enter message. All right, there's my TradingView thing right there. See if that shows up. All right, so that is my TradingView link, okay? What I want you guys to do is I want you to save this link in your browser. My new website. Just save this link in your browser, okay? It's not available to enter yet, but at least you can go and save it in your browser. Go back and check every once in a while. All right, and simple, it's CoffeeShopCrypto.net. Okay. Let's see. Okay, would have gotten out much earlier. Good move, Kavitha. Let me see. TradingView is free for whoever needs to send him a message. That's right. That's right, guys. All you need to do is go to TradingView and just start using it. I know you need to have a certain number of reputation points to be able to send a direct message. So just go through some comments and click like on their comments. Let me see if I can also show you this thing that you can do. Give me 1 second here. TV, I want to show you my screen, right? My screen might go blank in a second, so just don't worry about what that is, okay? Here. Don't worry about what's happening there. I want you to see this. Does it actually? Yeah. Okay, good. So you should be able to see something different on your screen now, right? I just want to make sure that you can. And what was I looking for? Oh, yeah. So go to TradingView. Go to my profile. And give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what you should be looking for. See if I'm switching between screens right now to see if it actually works out. Yes, okay, it should be working. All right, you guys should be able to see my profile now on TradingView. And what I want you to do is something as simple as this. Go to the ideas of anybody on TradingView. All right, go into their idea, or just go right here. Click the boost button. That gives you reputation, okay? Click the boost button on something else. Don't go crazy with it. Just click the boost button, right? And then, for example, here, Heiken Ashiago with the Mass Effect Moving Average. Go inside that idea. Okay, go in there. This is going to help you get your reputation points up so you can send messages, right? Go down to the comments, look at the comments, and you see the little triangle? Just hit agree with the comment. That allows you to get more reputation points. You'll be able to send a message to anyone you want. You'll also be able to comment on certain things, right? But most importantly, while you're in here, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Come on. You know what you got to do. Go to my profile. go to my scripts. Now you can see Mass Effect, it's red, Mass Effect, it's red, Mass Effect, it's red. I put it up here 3 times and they took it down. So go to the Bull Bear Power Void, right? And click that little boost button right there. Okay. Go to any one of them, the other, the Harsey, click the boost button. All right. Knock this thing up to the, just boost it up. And the what do you call it? The admins of TradingView will end up putting this idea or the script on the front page of the website. Okay. Heiken Ashi Algo Oscillator. If you did not boost this thing, go ahead, hit the boost button. Leave your comments on it, stuff like that. Okay. So I'm just going to close this out. And again, that's under my scripts, or you can hit my ideas. I don't do any streams or anything on there. I don't do that. But you can see all these ideas that I've put up in here. How to trade a head and shoulders, Heiken Ashi Mass Effects. It's like different ideas. Drawing volume, right? Coffee Fibonacci tool right here. How to set up the tool. What else? Trading RSI divergence like a boss. All these things are in here. RSI formula explained, catch the move. You can figure out how to do the RSI formula. This was the idea of the oscillator, the Bull Bear Power Void, before I actually put it out there. Okay. And there's just a ton more ideas that I've actually put in here. So it's good, some reading, good like things to learn in here. Okay. All right, people, that's pretty much it. I'm going to shut this down, and I hope you guys had a good time today. Okay. And I'll turn this on because it's nice to look at. There you go. Real pretty, right? Anyway, catch you guys on the next live stream. Also, I will catch you when I upload the next video. I'll be gone for the next couple of days. And that will be that. See you guys later.